Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome back to Dream Room. If you are the kind of person who notices an empty wall and instantly imagines something beautiful there, if you love rearranging a small bedroom, refreshing a home office, styling a cozy bathroom corner, or turning a tiny balcony into a peaceful retreat, then today's video is made for you. Maybe you enjoy natural textures, simple materials, easy DIY ideas, and clever decor that makes a space feel warmer without spending too much. Maybe you are always searching for ways to make a small home look more personal, more elegant, and more alive. If that sounds like you, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we are exploring vertical garden ideas that do far more than hold plants. These ideas can soften hard walls, brighten narrow spaces, and bring character into the overlooked corners of your home. And the best part is that they are built from affordable, easy-to-find pieces, transformed with creativity and intention into decor that feels stylish and surprisingly high-end. So as we begin, imagine the blank wall, the unused window, or the forgotten corner in your own home. Because by the end of this video, you may never look at that space the same way again. If you love beautiful, budget-friendly decor and creative small space ideas, make sure you subscribe to Dream Room and join me for more inspiration. 1. The wooden crate staircase wall that looks custom-built. There is something almost magical about the moment a plain, forgettable wall stops looking empty and starts feeling intentional. For so many people watching this video, that wall might be on a tiny balcony, beside a home office desk, near a bedroom window, or in that awkward corner where decor never quite feels finished. And this is why the wooden crate staircase wall is such a brilliant first idea. It does not just hold plants, it gives shape, warmth, and rhythm to a small space that may have always felt a little flat. Using a few small Dollar Tree wooden crates, arrange them in a soft stair-step pattern rather than a rigid straight line. That one choice instantly makes the display feel more designer and less craft-like. Before hanging them, stain, whitewash, or paint every crate in one shared tone so the whole piece feels cohesive. Then place lightweight nursery pots inside instead of filling the crates directly with soil. This keeps everything easier to lift, cleaner to maintain, and simple to refresh with the seasons. Add trailing greenery near the top, fuller herbs or foliage below, and let the arrangement build naturally downward. What you create is more than a vertical garden. It becomes a styled living feature, the kind of detail that makes guests assume you bought it from a boutique home and garden store. 2. The floating glass herb garden for a clean, airy kitchen window. For anyone who loves the idea of fresh herbs, but does not love the look of crowded counters, messy soil, and too many pots taking over a small kitchen, this idea solves both the practical and visual problem at once. The floating glass herb garden is one of the cleanest and most elegant vertical garden hacks in this list because it uses height, light, and transparency to create something that feels fresh and styled. Using clear bottles or small glass vases from Dollar Tree, hang them at slightly different heights near a sunny kitchen window. A tension rod, mounted dowel, or simple hook system can hold the display without making it feel bulky. Fill each bottle with water and place herb cuttings inside so the roots can grow visibly through the glass. That detail is part of what makes this setup feel special. Instead of hiding the growing process, it turns it into part of the decor. To keep the herbs stable, secure the stems gently at the neck with a little cotton or soft material. Keep the bottles visually consistent so the arrangement feels calm and intentional. The finished result is not just a way to grow herbs. It becomes a light, airy feature that saves space, reduces mess, and makes a small kitchen or window corner feel brighter, softer, and more thoughtfully designed. 3. The shoe organizer pocket garden that makes tiny spaces work harder. This idea speaks directly to viewers who live in apartments, decorate narrow balconies, or keep looking at a small wall and wondering how it could do more. The shoe organizer pocket garden is one of the most practical ideas in this video because it turns unused vertical space into something both productive and attractive. A simple hanging fabric shoe organizer can be attached to a fence, railing, or wall and instantly becomes a planting system the moment each pocket is filled with potting mix. Herbs, leafy greens, strawberries, or compact flowers all work well here, especially when the planting is kept organized and visually consistent. To make the result feel intentional rather than improvised, arrange similar plant types in rows, or repeat one color family so the whole display looks clean and cohesive. If the setup is placed indoors or on a covered balcony, small drainage holes can be added to each pocket, with a tray underneath to catch excess water and keep the area tidy. That detail matters, especially for viewers who care not only about gardening, but also about keeping their home looking neat and well-styled. Once the plants begin to grow and soften the edges of each pocket, the organizer stops looking like a storage item and starts reading as a full living wall designed for a small space. 4. The spiral planter tower that feels like a garden sculpture. This section works especially well for viewers who want one vertical garden idea that feels decorative from every angle, even in a very small outdoor area. The spiral planter tower takes a group of simple, stackable planters and turns them into a compact feature that looks much more expensive than the materials suggest. To build it, place a sturdy garden stake or a piece of rebar securely into the ground, or anchor it inside a heavy, decorative pot filled with gravel for stability. Then stack 4 to 6 planters along the center support, rotating each level slightly as you go. That gentle turn is what gives the tower its sculptural quality. Instead of reading as a pile of containers, it starts to feel like one balanced vertical piece. To make the look more cohesive, paint all of the planters in the same matte shade before assembling them. Once planted, use trailing herbs or soft greenery along the edges so they spill downward, and place fuller, upright plants toward the center of each tier to keep the tower looking structured. The final effect is compact, layered, and visually strong, which makes it ideal for patios, porches, or garden corners where space is limited, but the decor still needs a focal point. 5. The hanging colander cluster that turns kitchen finds into statement decor. This idea works beautifully for viewers who love decor that feels creative but still practical, especially in small balconies, patios, porches, or garden corners where every detail needs to add character without taking up floor space. The hanging colander cluster does exactly that by transforming a simple household item into a vertical planter with built-in drainage. Start with metal or sturdy plastic colanders from Dollar Tree and line the inside with cocoa liner or moss so the soil stays in place. Then fill each one with potting mix and plant trailing flowers or soft greenery that will spill naturally over the edges. Attach 3 equal lengths of chain or thick jute to the handles and connect them at the top with an S-hook so each planter hangs evenly. To make the overall arrangement feel more styled and cohesive, paint all of the colanders in one unified color before planting. Once finished, hang them in a small cluster at slightly different heights so the eye moves upward and the display feels layered rather than flat. As the plants grow and soften the shape of each container, the original kitchen function disappears, and what remains is a floating botanical display that feels decorative, vertical, and intentionally designed. 6. The tension rod green window for renters and home office dreamers. This idea is especially useful for viewers who live in rental spaces, decorate small bedrooms, or spend long hours in a home office and want more greenery without drilling into the wall. The tension rod green window turns an unused vertical window area into a layered plant feature while keeping the setup simple and removable. Install 2 or 3 tension rods inside the window frame at staggered heights, spacing them evenly from top to bottom so the arrangement feels balanced. Once the rods are secure, hang small, lightweight pots from them using S-hooks, clips, or twine. The structure itself stays minimal, but once the plants are added, the whole window begins to feel softer and more alive. This works particularly well with trailing plants or varieties that have delicate foliage because the light can move through the leaves and create a calm, filtered effect inside the room. To keep the display looking intentional, use pots in a consistent style or color so the overall composition stays clean rather than busy. What makes this hack so appealing is that it does not just save space. It also changes the mood of a room, turning an ordinary window into a living vertical feature that feels thoughtful, practical, and well-suited to compact interiors. 7. The painted terracotta wall panel that doubles as living art. This idea is especially appealing to viewers who want their vertical garden to feel less like a row of pots and more like a true decor feature. The painted terracotta wall panel combines planting with wall styling, which makes it a strong option for small patios, balcony corners, reading nooks, or any spot where you want greenery to feel intentional and decorative at the same time. Start with a sturdy base, such as a wooden plaque or foam board. Then arrange small terracotta pots in a clean grid or simple geometric layout before attaching them securely. What changes the entire look is painting both the board and the pots together in one unified color. That step removes the scattered craft feel and helps the whole piece read as one finished installation. Once the paint is dry, add small succulents or compact greenery to each pot so the plants bring texture and life without overwhelming the design. The reason this idea works so well is that it gives structure first and planting second, which is exactly what many decor-focused viewers are looking for. Instead of just finding another way to hold plants, this hack creates a living wall piece that feels artistic, organized, and visually strong while still staying affordable and easy to build. 8. The boutique botanical rail with floating pots. This section is ideal for viewers who want a vertical garden idea that feels soft, clean, and decorative without making the wall look crowded. The boutique botanical rail uses a simple rod, dowel, or hanging bar paired with a small number of lightweight pots to create a display that feels carefully styled rather than overly full. Mount the rods securely, then hang the pots at slightly different heights using jute twine so they do not sit in one straight line. That small variation is what gives the arrangement movement and makes it feel more like living decor than a basic plant holder. To keep the result refined, limit the number of pots and leave enough space between them so each plant has room to be seen clearly. Trailing plants work especially well here because they naturally soften the vertical lines and help the display feel relaxed and elegant. Pot color also matters. Keeping everything in the same tone family helps the arrangement stay cohesive and prevents the wall from feeling visually busy. What makes this hack stand out is its restraint. Instead of filling every inch, it creates a gentle focal point that turns a blank wall into something warmer, calmer, and more intentional, while still taking up no floor space at all. 9. The trellis feature wall that becomes the star of the space. This idea works best for viewers who want one strong vertical feature that immediately changes how a blank wall, fence, or balcony backdrop feels. The trellis feature wall takes simple Dollar Tree garden trellis panels and turns them into a structured living display that looks far more finished than the materials suggest. Mount the panels flat against the wall in a clean arrangement, either in a simple grid or with a slight overlap, so the layout has depth without looking chaotic. Once the structure is in place, add small pots, clips, or twine to guide trailing or climbing plants through the openings. Even one plant type can be enough here, because the repeated pattern of the trellis already gives the installation visual rhythm. To make the whole setup feel more polished, paint the trellis panels in one consistent matte tone before mounting them. That step helps the structure read as a single design feature instead of separate pieces. As the plants begin to spread, climb, or trail across the grid, The wall takes on more texture and presence over time. What makes this section so strong is that it creates a real focal point, something that feels decorative, architectural, and alive all at once while still fitting into a small space. 10. The pegboard plant station that blends storage, decor, and greenery. This final idea fits especially well for viewers who love spaces that feel both beautiful and useful, particularly in small homes where one wall often needs to do more than one job. The pegboard plant station brings together vertical gardening, simple organization, and clean visual structure in one compact setup. Start with a pegboard-style backing mounted securely on the wall, then use hooks, small baskets, and lightweight planters to build a display that can be adjusted whenever needed. What makes this idea so practical is its flexibility. Instead of fixing every planter in one permanent position, the layout can be changed as the plants grow or as the needs of the space change. That makes it especially suitable for home offices, balconies, utility corners, or small garden work areas where viewers often want both order and softness at the same time. To keep the setup looking cohesive, use containers that share a similar tone or material so the wall feels calm rather than cluttered. The plants should be arranged with enough breathing room that each section still reads clearly. In the end, this hack is not just about adding greenery. It is about creating a vertical station that feels organized, decorative, and easy to live with in a compact space. Conclusion: small space, smart styling, living beauty. And in the end, that is what makes these vertical garden ideas so satisfying. They are not just cheap projects, and they are not only about finding another place to put plants. They are about seeing your home differently. A blank wall can become a focal point. A narrow balcony can feel layered and alive. A small kitchen window, a quiet bedroom corner, or even a compact home office can start to feel softer, fresher, and more personal with just a few simple materials arranged with care. That is what so many decor lovers are really searching for. Not more clutter, not more spending, but better use of the space they already have. These ideas prove that even on a tiny budget, you can create something that feels thoughtful, stylish, and full of life. And often that is exactly what a small home needs most. So now I would love to hear from you. Which of these vertical garden hacks would you try first in your own space? Are you decorating a balcony, a bedroom, a home office, or a garden wall? Share your favorite idea in the comments below. And if you enjoy budget-friendly decor, creative small space styling, and simple ideas that make a home feel beautiful, make sure to follow the channel and subscribe for more.